We are here with Marilyn Barrett Spiegel, one of 2 Teachers of the Year from the San Juan Unified School District. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, first tell us, where do you teach, and tell us what you teach.
I teach currently at Leggett Elementary School, which is located in Fair Oaks, California. I am a 6th grade teacher and a science specialist, which means I teach all the science at our school in 6th grade.
And how long have you been teaching?
A little over 10 years.
Okay. So tell us about your class and your program. What exactly does all that entail?
My class is self-contained, which means I'm responsible to teach all subjects. My specialty, however, is science, and I have been able to develop curriculum that is for the entire school, in the sense that we study energy. And the program actually culminates in an energy fair, which is the students have investigated some aspect of energy. They prepare a science presentation, and then that is open to the school as well as the community. So it's this energy fair, and it's very popular and very timely topic right now.
Definitely. So you get pretty good participation and a lot of people from the public coming in to see the fair.
Not only from the public, but we have a lot of corporate interest, PG&E, SMUD, UC Davis, the consortium in West Sac, which are the automobile dealer, developing the hydrogen fuel cell cars. Yes, it's very, very well supported.
The next great idea might come from your energy fair.
Or at least from one of my students.
That's right. Well, you've been chosen as one of the Teachers of the Year for San Juan Unified. First, tell us, what does that feel like to have that honor?
Well, it was very humbling. We're used to working in our classroom on a daily basis, and the recognition we get is knowing that our children are being successful and that the parents come, and at Christmas you can't find your desk because of all the presents. But for me it was very humbling. I am not used to being taken from a group and being focused on. I mean, I can handle it, but it's a responsibility to know that I'm representing all the teachers in San Juan, and I hope that I can show what we do and how we do it, so that other people are, confirm what we do as a profession.
So tell me about some of the specific challenges that you face as a teacher every day in the classroom.
Well, every day is different. There is no set routine, in the sense of you cannot anticipate what could happen or what may have happened to your children. I have a program that when the children come into the classroom, they have to shake my hand and look me in the eye, and that immediately establishes a physical contact, as well as I can kind of get an idea, are they feeling well, are they tired, did they have a good day last night? And then knowing that, establishing the relationship that I care about them, they, really do start understanding that that's not just a line, that I do care. And the children are very responsive. It's very clear expectations in the classroom. Since they are 6th graders, it's important that they know choices they're making today could affect their future. And education is a gift and shouldn't be wasted. So things run very smoothly in the classroom, and they're very excited to be in that classroom. And we all work together so that everyone has success.
So what are some of the things that you do to motivate your students?
Well, my reputation is that I'm firm, fair, and fun. And firm means that we don't waste instructional time. As much as possible, I have very familiar with the curriculum. I know the plan, so I know the pacing. I know what has to get done. I'm familiar with the standards, and I expect them to honor the work that needs to get done. Fair is a very important quality for pre-adolescent children, because the first thing that happens if they don't think it's right is it's not fair. And I have a reputation for treating all children equally. There's no special circumstances. And fun is I'm so secure at what I do that I can be spontaneous, which they never know exactly what I might do in the classroom. So it keeps them on their toes.
They have to be on guard.
Absolutely.
Do you find that in working with today's students that that firmness really does help? I mean, you're establishing boundaries, but at the same time, that students need that. They need those limits.
Absolutely. Children do better if there's structure, whether it's at home, knowing that they put their backpack and their shoes at the door that they leave. And these are skills as when they go into the workforce, they need to have appointments and schedules to be at work at time. And so I teach a lot of life skills. So there are no surprises in my classroom. They know what they should be doing. I can very quickly redirect, but it has to be done with respect. They are young people, and they all come with different stories and backgrounds, and you need to be mindful of that and help them become contributing members of our society.
Now, how long have you been teaching?
Just a little over 10 years.
Okay, so in that 10-year span, how have you seen things change in the field of education, whether from your side or from students?
I think education is changing for a positive direction due to the No Child Left Behind legislation, which the intent was that all children would be performing at a grade level, and we would be held accountable for that. So I think it's made teachers and administrators recognize what are the standards and what we're being held accountable for. If we teach to the standards and do our job right, the children will reflect that, all right? Unfortunately, there are some, it was a great idea. There are some problems with it. In fact, that it's probably about $12 billion underfunded to actually implement the program. We know that we have a shortage of teachers, especially in science, math, special ed. We need to address the fact that we have a higher percentage of English language learner students now, and teachers need to learn how to teach them. It's not like teaching an English-speaking class when you have several children who are speaking Russian, Korean, or Spanish in your classroom. So you need to be more flexible. But I believe that we are making great strides, and there's a lot of enthusiastic administrators and teachers out on the field doing their job every day and trying to make it better.
So it seems like different challenges over the years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now you've been a teacher for about 10 years. What
Correct.
Inspired you to be a teacher? What brought you here?
Yes, I'm actually a little unusual in my my path to this career. My first career was actually, I was a chemist and a parasitologist. I have a master's degree in that.
What is a parasitologist?
A parasitologist is a specialist who is an expert on parasites. So I did a lot of medical research, on things like malaria and typhoid and the flu in the laboratory setting. And I was very happy, wearing the white coat and walking around. And then I got married and had a family, and I was very fortunate to be able to live or to work at home, stay with my children, which is a very important opportunity that cannot be measured in money. And then when my three sons starting to go to college, well, where's the money going to come from? And I had, during the time they were in school, been the consummate PTA volunteer, the art docent, the field trip person. And when I would have these conversations at the school, they'd say, well, this is a no-brainer. You're a natural teacher. So I thought about it, and then my question was, would I teach at the upper grade, which I do have the credentials to do that, or would I be at the lower grades? And so I substituted within San Juan Unified for about a year, checking out K through 12, and I noticed that children kind of lose interest in math and science when they get to high school, if they haven't had a good experience in the lower grades. And that to me was just inexcusable. So I made the decision, which meant a harder preparation for me, because I had to do more requirements to prove that I had the multi-subject content mastered. But I chose to teach at the at the multi-subject, which is a K-9 sort of a degree. And my intent was to bring back an interest and passion in math and science, and that's what I've been doing.
Well, finally, briefly, what would you say to someone if they were considering a teaching career? What would you say to convince them?
The rewards that you get on a daily basis are just phenomenal. You are playing a role and have the influence on a child's life that could impact the choices they make and affect their future. And that's more important than the amount of money you bring home in a paycheck or anything else. To know that you are contributing to the community and society by the job that you do, and hopefully the job you do well.
Well, thank you for spending time with us. We've been speaking with Marilyn Barrett Spiegel, one of 2 Teachers of the Year for the San Juan Unified School District.
Thank you very much. Thank you.